Hi and welcome back. If this is your first time tuning in, don't worry. I know I'll be able to say welcome back to you too, because you're going to like this video, then you're going to subscribe, and then you're going to watch all my other videos, and then it will truly be a welcome back. So today's video, the great thing about having a small, intimate YouTube channel is the fact that you are able to respond to every single comment. So this section, I'm also promoting for you to comment down below, okay? More interaction, meaning more content I can produce for you. The more you let me know what you want to see, the more videos I can create for you. Proverbs 12:24. The hands of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put to forced labor. So today's video, I'm gonna put like the comment right here. Someone asked me if I can go through every single class and what I did in order to succeed in that class, because I graduated with all A's except for 2 B's, and I took 8 classes in total. So I got 6 A's and 2 B's. So, I mean, I must have been doing something right, you know, just saying. So this is, I have to have disclaimers out there in the beginning, okay? Look, this is what worked for me. I'm not telling you this is what will work for you. There's many different professors out there. There's many different classes that you might have to take that I didn't have to take. So I ended up taking just the core nursing classes, and I was doing FLEXPATH. So if you're a guided path learner, I'm sorry, unfortunately, this video may or may not be helpful. Who knows? But another disclaimer is, if you want to know anything about CAPELLA, actually call them and ask them about your unique situation, because I'm not a spokesperson for CAPELLA. I'm just letting you know my experience and what I did. And yeah, now that I got all of that out of the way, we can get into my courses. So I'm just logging in here. See, the thing is, I was gonna like screen record all of this for you, but then again, also like I really don't know how much I'm allowed to share and how much I'm not supposed to be sharing. So I will literally talk about it and breeze through it. And I'm thinking I don't want to make this video super long. So I'm also going to just literally talk about 2 classes. And next week I'll talk about the next 2, then the next 2, then the next 2, you know. 4 classes, well, 4 weeks in total, because I took 8 classes. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. I feel like I didn't have to explain that, but I did. Okay, so first class that I took was Nursing FLEXPATH 4000, which is, hold up, let me open this up in a new tab. So Nursing FLEXPATH 4000 for me was developing a healthcare perspective. So this is literally just an introduction into everything, and I will also talk about the amount of attempts that I made throughout each course, because I feel like that will put everything into perspective. What is it called? So the first assignment was applying ethical principles. So basically in this situation, they want you to like think of a specific dilemma, like an ethical dilemma inside the healthcare field, and then also applying ethical practices to come up with a solution. So for this, it was 3 to 5 pages long. So the great thing about the 4000s, considering that it's your first class, they do offer like example papers. So I feel like for these 2 classes, like the first 2 classes, they offered example papers. So I feel like I won't really need to go into depth of what I did, because the example papers are exactly what the teachers want. So I would say follow the example papers, okay? Literally have the example paper on one. First of all, read all the instructions, okay? Take the example paper, put it on one side, and then put your actual blank document on one side, and take all the headings, because literally The headings will make sure that you literally tackle every single thing that your teacher is looking for. That is like the most important thing ever, because you don't want to write this excellent piece of paper, but then you left out like 2 things that your teacher wanted, and you're just like, but I spent so hard. Like, I spent all my time writing these papers. No. And then the second assignment was applying research skills. So as healthcare workers, you're going to have to know how to research. Like, it is important, okay? Because as a healthcare worker, you literally only implement things that are tested, tried, and sought to be effective. Keep that in mind. The next one, the last assignment, there was only 3 assignments in total. The next assignment is about analyzing a current healthcare problem or issue. So all these assignments, they do literally correlate in the fact of, like, assignment 1 will lead into assignment 2, assignment 2 will lead into assignment 3, assignment 3 will lead in so forth. So I would say go in order, honestly, because you don't want to get confused. I know there are some people who say, oh, I'll do this first and then I'll go back and do that, go back and do this. Like, with all of my classes, I literally went in order. And I feel like that decreases the amount of confusion, and also it helps you because whatever research papers you find or research articles you find for assignment 1, you can also sometimes use it for assignment 2 and assignment 3 and so forth. So each assignment, whatever articles you find or whatever journals you find, you can also use it for all the other assignments, okay? So that's 4,000. So the second class was Nursing FLEXPATH 4010. So this one was about leading people, processes, and organization in interprofessional practices. So this class, I had four assignments in total, and I only turned in each assignment 1 time. Oh, my first class, I got an A in. My second class, is the one that I got a B in, but I want to put everything into perspective, okay? You can definitely get an A in this class also, but I was starting off my new job, okay? Listen, when it comes to nursing and you starting out a new job, you have so many modules that you have to do that is just like, bro, as soon as you leave these classes, you go on and you feel like you're into another class, because nursing job modules literally are like a mini lecture. Like, there's so much information in them, and you're just like, your brain literally is always stimulated. I feel like in a nursing career, like, honestly, like, your brain is always learning, and it's always have to think about problem solving and critical thinking, and it's just like, bro, listen. So this class, I honestly could have turned in everything again and then gotten an A, but I was so burnt out. My brain was like, listen, I just need a rest. Okay, we're just gonna have to settle for these B's. So the first assignment was about collaboration and leadership reflective video. So this is one thing that I want to say about these videos. So I'm actually happy that I started YouTube before I went into CAPELLA, because listen, YouTube, you have to edit your videos, right, before you post them. So with these reflective videos, or with whatever assignment you're going to do with videos, I literally didn't feel like having to repeat the whole videos over and over again in order for it to sound fluent and like I didn't make any mistakes. Literally, if I made a mistake, I would repeat that just one sentence that I made a mistake in, and then go back, edit it out, and make it look like no mistakes ever happened, okay? So video editing, I feel like, is a skill that everybody should learn, because they'll come in handy one way or another. So yeah, YouTube helped me pass my courses and cut down time that I spent in my courses, if you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, I'll post, what is it called? I use UCut in order to edit out my videos. I'm pretty sure there's many software out there that you can use in order to edit your videos. So the second assignment was an interview and so you had to do an interview which talked about interdisciplinary issue. So you had to identify, after your interview, you had to identify an issue that required interdisciplinary implementation. So the third assignment, obviously I'm paraphrasing these things also because I don't want to get copyrighted by CAPELLA. So assignment 3 is interdisciplinary. So you know how assignment 2 was an interview. So assignment 3 was the plan that you have to propose. So you can never implement a plan without proposing it to somebody as a nurse. Honestly, I feel like that is also beneficial for your career and your license, because you never want to implement something without talking to somebody else about it and confirming like, hey, like, I know you usually do this, this, and this. Is this correct? They'll say yes, or they'll be like, oh, wait, don't forget about this step, or don't forget about this, or don't forget to do that before you do this, this, and that, okay? Like, literally, as a new nurse or as even an old nurse, like, always just double check every single thing that you implement, because these are people's lives, and we don't got time for error, okay? I know error happens because we're humans, but if there's a chance for us to minimize the amount of errors that occur, why not do it, okay? And then assignment 4 is the presentation. So assignment 3 is the proposal, and then assignment 4 is the presentation on the proposal that your teacher has to approve. So she has to approve of the proposal before you can actually make the presentation. So the presentation required 8 to 12 slides, and then the great thing about CAPELLA is the fact that with these two classes, they literally have example papers and example PowerPoint slides for you to literally know what they are looking for from here on out. So these two, like, I feel like I didn't really go into depth about everything because literally they hold your hand in the first two classes. So you literally reading the entirety of all the instructions, you will get everything that you need for the first two classes. The other classes, I will be sharing my papers down below because, listen, I'm not saying my papers are the best or whatever, but I did get 6 A's and 2 B's. So I must be doing something right. I mean, must have been. So don't just think that you can take my paper and then turn it in and they won't know that it was my paper. You know what type of situation? They have copyright software that they use. It's called Safe Assignment. And it's legit because one time I turned in one of my papers in another class that I felt like had the same requirement. And then the teacher was like, listen, this paper was already turned in before. And I was like, yeah, I turned it in my other class. And she was like, oh, you should have told me that type of situation. So whenever you turn in one assignment you did in one class for another class, just give your teachers a head up and be like, hey, this paper exactly, I did it in this class, and I'm turning it in this class because I feel like it has the same requirements. Next week is going to be me going over another class because I don't want information overload to happen, and I also don't want to make long videos. This one's already getting long, so I will see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.